Guests on Keel heard via the Jack Spring Electric Keel Newsmaker Hotline. One of those is the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Louisiana, Mr. Billy Nungesser. Hey, Mr. Billy, welcome back to Keel. How you doing?
I'm doing great, my friend. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing exceptionally well, but no matter how great a day or dare I say in this instance even, you are having, wait until Erin she's been going crazy to tell you her poker story. Go ahead.
Billy, you gave me a coin when you were in studio last time, and I told you I'm going to use this as my card cover, okay?
Right.
I go to the WPA Women's Poker Association event that was held here locally, a big event. First time we'd ever had this big sanctioned event here. Billy, I made it to the final table. And I earned several $100 thanks to you.
Thanks to your talisman of good fortune. She just couldn't wait to talk to you to tell you about that.
Thank you for the coin.
So now everybody listening is going to be asking me for a coin when I see him. So.
Oh, you should sell them, Billy. It's okay, isn't it?
Put it all into
no, I don't think so.
Put it all into the big tourism pot. Okay, you're joining us this morning because you are taking part. You are sort of the MC, for lack of a better word. You're going to pardon a crawfish.
We actually did that yesterday.
I apologize. My time frame's a little off. Tell us about that. How did it go? How many people were there? And what became of this crustacean, this fortunate crustacean?
Well, every year, this is the fourth year, we take one lucky crawfish out the Chaffalay Basin, and we escort it to Lafayette University, and we pardon that crawfish while the rest of his family gets boiled alive. And
rough room.
we let that one go live his life out in a state park, and this year we get a group together and pick a name, and this year they named it Emile, and it just so happened to be named after the 41st Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Louisiana, who served from 1944 to 1948, and actually graduated from the university there in Lafayette, and his niece, a cousin, was there yesterday. Came to saw it on TV, came out to celebrate with us, and that made it a little special to have members of his family there. The university kids are there. We eat crawfish and just kick off crawfish season.
You know, you mentioned that, and on a somewhat more serious note, because I know you know all the numbers. Some friends of and I went to they had one of the boats, all you can eat crawfish night, about a week or 10 days ago. And I'm sitting around and I'm watching maybe 300 or 400 people with these 4 and 5 and 6 pound plates of crawfish. And it dawns on me exactly what an incredibly large industry this is for the state of Louisiana, right? Not only in state, but I would suspect out of state also.
You know, it's the way of life for a lot of people that are in the business. This year with the unusual high river, a lot of people caught a lot of wild crawfish and made a good living off of that. The farmers will produce about 130 to 150 million pounds. And you know, it's something that we want to show the difference of Louisiana as we do the seafood and the crawfish, the difference in the quality of what we grow and produce here in Louisiana.
How do we not run out? I mean, I assume there's a lot of science involved. There's
crawfish are like rabbits.
How do we not run out? There's got to be somebody somewhere with a big plan, right?
You know what? They just keep coming out the ground. I tell everybody that, you know, I like to tell people Louisiana has something special in the soil because we grow so much talent here. But from the citrus industry to crawfish, to the beautiful Atchafalaya Basin, to the rolling hills in the North Louisiana, we are blessed with an incredible, rich soil and landscape unlike anywhere else. We just got everything in every part of the state. Recently, I got the lieutenant governors of every state to agree to support legislation to ask our federal government to pass a bill to to hire 5 or 10 cents a pound on all imported seafood, to hire more inspectors so we inspect more imported seafood. That would give our fishermen, our farmers, a little bit better level playing ground. They would inspect more imported seafood. We'd know it's safer, and really help point out the difference, because we only inspect about 2% of the imported seafood, and of that, a lot is rejected for bacteria or antibiotics. So by going through the Lieutenant Governors Association, I hope to get enough congressmen and senators signed on before the lobbyists are able to kill this, as it's been done in the past. It's never made it all the way through because of lobbying efforts from the importers. But hopefully we can work it from the ground up and get something passed to protect that great industry here in Louisiana.
Billy, I do checks of crawfish prices in our area almost weekly. And I'm going to tell you, in the last couple of weeks, prices have been kind of holding steady, but we're anticipating those prices to start dropping now in March, correct?
Yeah, and the warm weather is going to help. You know, we've not had a real cold winter, and it's warmed up pretty quickly here, so that'll help them pop out the ground. And I think another thing that has helped it is, I know one oyster fisherman told me he's harvested over 12,000 pounds where the river's overflowing on the east bank of Plaquemines, out in the marshes there, wild crawfish. So I think we're seeing an abundance of wild crawfish in those areas that where they farm or they fish for those wild crawfish, which is helping increase the number of crawfish available.